Today's just going to be a really quick video. My husband and I have decided, well, first of all, it's freezing cold here. I don't know what happened. Let me show you the temperature. 45 degrees right now outside in March. I don't know what's happening. And it's going to be cold the rest of the week. I can't even believe I don't even understand. But anyway, I'm so cold that I decided to leave my jammies on because I finally got warm and I didn't want to change and everybody's gone. So it's my time to video. All right. In my jammies, I'm going to tell you my new plan. My husband and I started yesterday. We're going on a diet. Now, the two successful diet, now I don't need to lose that much weight, but I most definitely have gained. And if I let it stay much longer, I think it's going to get really comfortable on my body, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lose weight. So I try to keep up with it like that. And 2 or 3 pounds on me makes a huge difference. I've told you that. And I know it sounds weird, but on me, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, out of control. 3 pounds, I'm so uncomfortable. I can't hardly keep my pants, zip my jeans. But, you know, then I walk around uncomfortable to keep reminding myself to stop eating. Okay, the thing is this. My husband definitely gained weight when he had cancer and he was on massive amounts of medicine. Well, he is cured, but he's still on one medicine, which is still a huge offender. And it's so difficult. He has just not been able to lose weight the old way. The 2 ways he's lost weight before was Weight Watchers is very successful, just Weight Watchers Men's online. It's great if you have a husband that needs to lose weight. If he really wants to, you have to be committed to any diet that you do. The second one that was successful that he's lost weight before is just drinking Slim Fast and doing it that way. The problem with that one, the second one, Slim Fast, and so many other diets is that they're unrealistic. I've been looking at diets and talking about diets and kind of trying to figure out, what's the best way of something that we could do together. The problem with most diets, and the reason diet books and the diet industry is so huge, is because most of us need a gimmick. And a gimmick will absolutely work to help you lose weight, okay? The problem with most gimmicks is they don't last. Even if you do Jenny Craig or something, now if you have a lot of weight to lose, like a massive amount of weight to lose, I think Jenny Craig and things like that that are ongoing, there's a bug, work well. But if you need to lose just some weight, and Jenny Craig's expensive, but some people need actually their meals delivered, and I think that's great. We couldn't afford that even if we wanted to do it. Those are pretty expensive. But anyway, the problem with most diets to me are that they're too drastic. They want you to change behavior, which you can certainly do for a period of time, but they're too drastic. For instance, the all protein diet. You're just going to eat protein, and that may help you lose weight, but eventually in your life, you're going to go back to the way you were eating. I remember years ago, Suzanne Summers had some different diets and stuff, and she wanted you to eat your fruit 30 minutes before your meal and separate out your food and eat tons of bacon and stuff like that. But it was too much. There was too much to it. Who wants to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to want to eat in 1 hour, so I must get my fruit in me now because I don't want my fruit to mix with. Did God really intend us to use our watch to eat food? No, He didn't intend us to do these crazy diets. How many times have you heard a friend say, I'm going to not eat any more white potatoes, white bread. Well, nobody eats white bread anymore, but potatoes, sugar, white flour, no sugar, no cookies, cake, no desserts, no potato products of any kind. You can do that for a while, but it's not realistic. You are when you get off your diet, say you lose your weight, you get off your diet, you're going to pig out on potatoes a lot of times. This does not go for everyone. I realize that. But for me, a drastic thing like that is just not going to work. And I don't think it's going to work for my husband either. So I have the most simplest diet. Is that even a word? I've come up with the simplest diet that I can think of. My computer just went black. Hold on. I hope it didn't go black for you. I had to come up with the most that is just bad grammar. The simplest diet that I could think of that my husband could stick to. This is the diet we're going on. It's called the half diet. I've named it myself, the half diet. We are going to eat for the next, I don't know how long, whatever we want. This is not scientific, but we're going to eat whatever we want, but we're going to eat half as much as we normally did. Okay? Think about it. People, years ago, remember when the restaurants all of a sudden, in my mind, started serving massive quantities of food to you? No one could figure it out. It was super weird. But you felt like you had to eat all of it to get your money's worth, okay? What I ended up doing was eating half of it, which was still a full meal, and then bringing the rest of it home in a to-go box. But then it got to the point where people like my husband would just go ahead and clean their plate, eat the whole thing. And I just feel like one of the problems, I know there's our food's messed up. I know there's genetically engineered food. I know we've got corn syrup and everything. I get that. And when I change a lot of other things about eating, I'm going to try to research all that. But I don't have time for that right now. I need to lose weight now. My husband needs to lose weight now for his health. Even though he's on that medicine, we're not using that as an excuse anymore. But anyway, what was I saying? Somehow I think Americans part of it is that we've just started eating a lot more. I don't know why. I don't know if we were programmed slowly to do this. I don't know. But so here's what we're doing. My husband has lost his ability to know what a serving size is. My mom told me not long ago, I don't know what we were talking about chicken for some reason. And she said, you know, when I used to buy a chicken when you were kids, one chicken would feed our whole family. But it wasn't this massive hormone-induced chickens we get now to cook in our ovens or to fry. Of course, people don't fry chicken anymore. But when we were little, my mom fried chicken. We had mashed potatoes and gravy and a vegetable. And once a week, she would make like a chocolate cake or something. None of us were fat. We were little rails. We were thin little people. Everybody was thin back then. I recently looked at some pictures from my elementary years and my high school, middle school, and high school years. Class photos, remember you used to get those made from an elementary school? Everyone in these pictures, we pretty much looked like little waifs. But we were super healthy, but we were all little skinny runs. It's real. I should get that picture. I will insert a picture here if I can remember. Okay, I'm inserting this into the video. I went and found this picture. This is 1969, but look how skinny we all are. No one's big in this picture. Everyone's of normal size. Can you find me? Can you find me? I'm on the bottom row, second from the end in the white shirt. I don't know why it's buttoned up to my neck, but everybody there is thin. Now here's a picture. Gosh, this must have been a year or two later. Oh, and I love my outfit in this picture. I am so 1960s here. This is probably 70, 71. I don't know. But this is getting into the middle school years, but we're all of normal weight. Maybe a couple people have 5 pounds on them. But look, we're all thin. We're all thin. Now look at me. I'm in the middle of the top row. Look at that cool, my hair looks like it does today. I've got the necklace and the turtleneck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was rocking it. Anyway, just to show you that there used to not be any kids. I mean, very, very few kids were overweight back in the dark ages when we ate little tiny pieces of chicken. But we used to not eat so much and things weren't so big. So a serving size of like chicken or beef is the size of your fist. It's the size of a deck of cards. Really? Can you even imagine eating a piece of chicken that's just tiny like that? That's crazy. Okay, so my husband has lost his ability to detect what a serving size is. So we made a deal last night. We started this at lunch because he had already had breakfast. I asked him if he would do this with me, and he said absolutely. So we got home for lunch. We were going to have leftover, pasta that he made the night before, I served his plate. I gave him one tiny piece of French bread, tiny slice of baguette. And he just looked at me and he looked at the plate and he was like, seriously? And I said, yeah, that's about half of what you used to would have served yourself, which it was still more than a serving for sure. So he eats his pasta and I said, you know, do what I do. Eat slower and enjoy every bite. Don't shovel it in like you're in some kind of a race. So I said, eat really slowly. Enjoy the pasta. He ate it. Then what were we watching on TV? Some long thing. Oh, he put a movie in. It was a two-parter. Had an intermission. It even had a music before the intermission. I don't remember what they called it. He was watching this movie called El Cid. Super old Charlton Heston. Anyway, he never mentioned getting a snack or anything. It was crazy. So then last night, it was dinner time. And we didn't eat till like 6:30. And we had eaten our half portions at like 1:15. So I served him, what did we have last night? It was such a small amount, I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know what it was. We had company the night before. So we had the pasta and I made baked brie where you wrap it in the puff pastry. So we had just this tiny triangle of it left. So we literally split that triangle of the baked brie and we had it with some crackers. That's it. That's all we had for dinner. But the people that came over had brought dessert. They had brought the most unbelievable dessert. It came from a bakery in town, which I'm going to start going to, well, at some point. It had these things called, we wanted to call them Neapolitans, but maybe they were Napoleons. Anyway, there were these big square layered things with cream and then this chocolate on. Oh my gosh, they were fantastic. Well, the night before we started our half diet, we each ate a whole one. I mean, it was a lot, but we wolfed it down. It was so good. So we had one left. So I said, okay, well, we can have dessert. And he goes, why don't we split that last Napoleon? Now, I know this is crazy because I know it was a lot of calories. And I said, okay. He's sitting on the couch. I go over, I cut that thing into thirds. He ate his third, which was like 1.5 inches across. He thought he had half a one. Sometimes you have to deceive people. It's just the way it is. Okay, so that's my diet, eating half, and I'm going to let you know how it goes. We're both weighing this morning. I forgot to. I hope he remembered. We're both going to weigh this morning. He's not going to tell me what he weighs because it would probably, I don't know. He's just not going to tell me, but he's going to let me know weekly how he's doing and if this half diet works. So I'll report back to you. That's it for the half diet. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe it'll work for you and we'll see if it works for us. Thanks. Bye-bye.